The last time I buy baby carrots at a gas station, this thing tastes like gasoline. Before we begin this video, I'd like to announce a change. In the interest of, well, essentially getting more videos out more often, I will be switching the show to a best of one game format. This will hopefully open up the web to more different kinds of decks I can play and give me more time to focus on other bits to the show. Because, let's face it, a best of 3 match, edited out with everything I do, is a lot of work. But I find this way doesn't subtract from the work in any way, but rather sparses it out. That being said, I hope you enjoy this video. Oh shit, I'm not even wearing any pants.
You are more annoying right now than a pop-up ad in the early 2000s.
What?
The slurping, it's so loud. What are you drinking anyway?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Why are you consuming things you don't know the origins of?
Honestly, it was a free offer that popped up on my DoorDash app. You don't let me have money, so I do what I must.
I don't let you have money because it's resulted in far too many fires and far too many dead cobras.
In my defense,
And why are you buying that many cobras? How do they keep dying?
I've been trying to perfect my cobra meat recipe.
Some of them look like they had acid burns on them.
Cooking is a
The
science.
fuck are you talking about? You don't know shit about.
Boy, oh boy, there's a bunch of dumb babbling going on here. Why don't you just drink me already?
Who said that?
Me.
What the fuck?
I am the Doom Shake.
What in the hell is a doom shake?
What is the Doom Shake? Let me tell you. The Doom Shake is concocted using ice cream homogenized and pasteurized by a blind troll in the darkest confines of reality. Injected with demon espresso shots by a Lovecraftian barista driven into madness by cruel corporate demands. Sprinkled with charcoal harvested from Satan's farm. All mixed with various fruits picked from the eternal fruit tree of temptation and damnation.
What are you doing?
Look, this isn't the first time I've consumed evil, alright? I used to date Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Okay, grow!
Yeah, go on, drink up, buddy. Aren't I delicious?
Oh god, yes.
Where'd he go?
Hey, you're the one who set me up with this shake gift show. Is there a version with me? Oh my god, oh my god!
Snatch, you're back. Where the hell'd you go?
Why in the hell do you think I have a clue about what's going on?
You've gotten a preview of your home if you finish me.
Wait, only if he finishes?
What? Oh yeah, he has to consume the whole thing to solidify his fate.
Stax, give me the shake. Stax, give me the shake. Stax, for the love of God, give me son of a bitch!
Hey, it's the sandwich.
I don't know any of you.
Oh, what? For the love of Devito.
You are a buzzkill.
What buzz?
So what's your plan, boys? You can't destroy me. If you pour me out, I'll just reappear. I won't evaporate. What are you gonna
I
do?
guess you're staying here until we figure out what to do with you.
Well, if you think I'm just gonna sit here quietly until you do, you got another thing coming.
Carl Jung once said, "Small and hidden is the door that leads to the Bucketman show." Doors! We open them, we close them. For some people, it's not so easy. Some people have strict rules and practices for their doors. Some have doors they'd rather keep hidden.
Holy shit!
Hiding dark secrets or hidden shame. Well, with today's deck, we open the door of possibilities and close I don't know, it's like a bead door, the automatic door, elevator door, none of that. Get to the deck list, I lost my train of thought. We call this one the Patriotic Door Act. So Duskmourn has hit the scene, introducing a new type of enchantment called Room. And there's like 21 of them. The one on highlight for this deck is this one in particular. Central Elevator X, Promising Stairs. So what does this little lady do? Well, Central Elevator allows you for 4 mana to search for a door you don't already control and put it into your hand. While for 3 mana, the Promising Stairs allows us to surveil one at the beginning of our turn. And then if we control 8 different unlocked rooms, we win the game. So what's our job with this deck? Control the game through various means and keep problems off the board, all the while building that sweet, sweet room value. And remember, we're best of 1 now, so no sideboard. So without further ado, let's commence a grander opening of doors than the opening of St. Peter's Basilica. The Church of the Vatican City? You know, the one the Pope only opens every 25 years. Yeah, you guys need to read a book. Adorable. This hand has everything we need. Alright, let's drop this Arid Mesa and pass our turn. Our opponent drops a polluted Delta and passes their turn. We will pop our Arid Mesa, grabbing a Thundering Falls, which will allow us to surveil one. We will shock into play a Hallowed Fountain and then pass our turn. Our opponent pops their polluted Delta, grabbing themselves a Tap Water Grave. Our opponent starts their turn off with a Bloodstained Mire and passes their turn. We will shock in a Steam Vent and then pass our turn. Our opponent will pop pop a Bloodstained Mire, grabbing a tap watery grade. Our opponent drops a Dark Slick Short, and then passes their turn. Ah, we missed a land drop. This is throwing me off more than that free sample I got the other day.
No more bullshit. Put up or shut up. Show me this Siamese run pizzeria. I swear to God I'm gonna... Oh, hold on 1 second. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Pete, you happen to get that sample card I left you?
Oh, that was you who left this for me? Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Just wanted to get your take on the strain. What'd you think?
Well, I feel comfortably wired. I feel aware. I feel... I got some good energy going through me. Yeah, I feel pretty good.
That's great. I'm glad to hear you like
The only downside being that I may have broken my side of the space-time continuum.
What?
Yeah, I've been waiting for any indication that we've moved past 9:15 p.m. and that's just not happening at all.
Pete, what are you talking about?
And then, I mean, like... That should not be happening. That should not be happening at all.
And you're attributing all of this to the THC card.
It is called Time Wrecker.
I think you can understand my skepticism as to why you blame the card for this.
No, I actually cannot... hello? 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 I don't know how to fix this.
Our opponent drops a Shipwreck Mark and then casts a Search for his Content, hoping to manipulate the card they draw at the beginning of their turn. However, as they move to the end of their turn, we will cast Leyline Binding to exile their Search for his Content. You're gonna mana drain that? Really? It's the people who feel they need to control every aspect of the game. Ooh, I need to control my draw. Ooh, I need to see what's in your hand. Ooh, I need to make you discard. It's arrogant. But back to our turn, we're gonna cast this Smoky Lounge to generate some mana so we can cast more rune. Our opponent starts their turn with the Search for his Content trigger, followed by some mana from their mana drain at their main phase. Our opponent drops a Clearwater Pathway, and then casts Mu Yang Ling, the Sky Dancer. Talk about obscure planeswalker. And follows that up with a Ledger Shredder. Our opponent adds a loyalty to Mu Yang Ling, targeting nothing with its ability, and then passes their turn. Alright, regardless if I have any lick or clue of what our opponent's doing with their deck, we have some problems to answer on the board. We'll start by adding 2 mana to our mana pool to cast another rune. And then we shall cast said rune, the Roaring Furnace, which deals damage to a creature equal to the number of cards in our hand. So, you know, that's one problem solved, you know, that's good.
You're pretty funny, guy.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate
You
it.
remind me of a pillow I have. Roses are red, violets are blue. Put me inside you or I will kill you.
I will call the police!
Tell them what.
Son of a bitch!
Our opponent starts their turn off with the Search for his Content trigger, then drops a Swamp, then activates Mu Yang Ling's first loyalty ability, targeting nothing. Alright, let's at least get this Leyline Binding down and get one of these permanents out of here. Dealer's choice, honestly, at this point. I don't really...
Dong. Dong. Dong.
If you're gonna nitpick at what an autistic person does to release catharsis, that's on you. But all the dong aside, we're gonna unlock this Steaming Sauna, which, now that it's unlocked, at the end of our turn, will draw us a card. Our opponent does their beginning of the turn Search for his kind of thing, you know, that, then adds another loyalty to Mu Yang Ling with no target, then drops a Shipwreck Mark, and then passes their turn. You know, the Smoky Lounge is really a godsend because we have not drawn a land for, what, the past 2-3 turns? So let's try brainstorming and see if we can draw into something. And we got, like, 1 land. Alright, well, you know, the bare minimum with us, you know what I'm saying? So let's do ourselves a favor and shock that land into play, and then Lightning Bolt this Mu Yang Ling, which we've been joking about it having no target, but it's growing to a frightening amount of loyalty counters and soon going to pop. Our opponent activates their Search for his Content land, allowing them to search the top 4 cards of their library for a non-creature, non-land spell. And it looks like they found a mana drain, which they are going to use to counter our Lightning Bolt, to which we will counter their mana drain with Memory Lapse. Gotcha, bitch! And gotcha, bitch! Then we will move to the end of our turn where we will draw a card from the Steaming Sauna. Our opponent begins to regrow the counters on Mu Yang Ling, and then passes their turn. Oh good, we didn't draw a land again. That's great. No, we don't need those. Man, if we could get by without that essential thing, I wonder what other essential things we could do without, like... our organs.
So you're telling me right now there's not a doctor out there that'll see me?
Absolutely not.
Why?
We could start with the fact that you ripped your goddamn heart out of your chest like an asshole.
You can preface it like that. I did it for science.
None of what you did is science.
It was to prove a point, which is the same thing you do with a hypothesis, so give me a doctor.
Please stop calling here. There are patients that need me that I actually sympathize with.
I wonder if I could flex seal it back in.
I bet I can sort that out later. Let's unlock this door and make a 4/4 ghost. Please let me go back to being dead. The world's too scary for me right now. Our opponent attempts to fatal push our ghost. Oh, thank you, sweet merciful God. To which we will counter with a mana drain. You goddamn heartless monster. You can't put me out there in current day society. So cancel me.
Cancel me!
To which our opponent seems to have a mana drain to counter our mana drain, so I guess our ghost is dying. God damn it, that rabid cock goblin.
Well, I'm not quite sure what a cock goblin is, but at least I don't have to re-enter a world where people think the Earth is anything other than round.
Well, at least we get our extra card draw at the end of the turn. Well, aren't you just the textbook definition of a poker face with 2 cards in hand and all that mana open, coupled with another targetless Mu Yang Ling trigger, and then passes their turn? Well, in addition to the 2 extra mana we get from the Smoky Lounge, we're also going to drop our land for the turn. And if anything's going to draw out that obvious mana drain in his hand, it's going to be our win con, so let's try and cast that. Well, first they're going to look through the top 4 of their library with the search for his Kanta land. Then we'll brainstorm a bit deeper, and then there's the mana drain. Well, luckily we came prepared for this. The mana drain of our own. Well, they'll pop the Polluta Delta, grabbing themselves a tapped watery grave, and surprisingly our win con has resolved. What a wonder. Then we'll move to our main phase 2, where the mana from the mana drain will add to our mana pool, which we will use to unlock this room, bringing us closer to winning the game. Unlocking this room also allows us to search for a room we don't already control and put it into our hand. Then we'll move to the end of our turn, where we will draw a card off the Steaming Sauna. While moving to our opponent's turn, despite our best efforts, it seems that Mu Yang Ling is going to pop her ultimate, giving our opponent the ability to tap their islands to draw a card. And you know what? I honestly don't care that they're thought seizing us right now. They can't take anything that's going to keep us from winning the game at this point. We just need one more fully unlocked room to win the game. And out of the cards in our hand, the bottomless pool and the glassworks are the only ones we don't already have on the battlefield. And we got 2 of the bottomless pool. So I say, go ahead, buddy, do your work. Yeah, okay. I don't think they really understand the risks they're facing right now, so that's whatever. Regardless of that, they do seem aware enough to know that they need to start refilling their hand with some answers. Our opponent drops a tapped Darkslick Shores, and then drops a troublesome Planeswalker in Liliana the Veil, forcing us each to discard a card from our hand, then passes their turn. I guess it can't do any harm keeping the No More Lies on top, so we'll keep that. And then we will utilize the mana produced by the Smoky Lounge to cast the Glassworks, the last remaining room we need to unlock to win the game. Now, we could go full tilt and unlock this room right away and be ready to win the game next turn. However, I'm going to play it on the safe side, being we haven't really seen much of our opponent's deck. The wrong removal or bounce spell could really pick us up bad. So hold up mana for a counter spell and brainstorm just to be safe. And end our turn by drawing a card off the Steaming Sauna. Our opponent starts their turn off by dropping a tapped Darkslick Shores and forces each of us to discard a card by activating Liliana's first loyalty ability. Well, let's do a little rearranging with Brainstorm first and see if there's a card we'd rather discard than the ones in our hand. Considering the amount of land drops we've missed, and the fact that we're 1 room unlock away from winning the game, I think it's safe to say that we both don't need and won't be able to cast this Jace the Mind Sculptor. So we'll discard it. Our opponent casts a Brainstorm, huh? Well, being that it is the last card in their hand, we will counter it. No need to give them options to keep us from winning the game. Well, our opponent's making good use of that Mu Yang Ling emblem by tapping your land to draw a card. Well, I don't want to keep responding to things, so I'm just going to Lightning Bolt Mu Yang Ling to keep the process going. And by golly, they took the hint. They're activating all their draw triggers that they can right now. Oh joy, they couldn't find an answer despite all their card draws and their brainstorms been countered. Lovely. And I'm starting to think they see the significance of the danger in front of them, being now that they're continuing to dig with their search for his Kanta land, finding themselves a Thought Seed, which they waste no time in using, making us discard our bottomless pool. It really matters not, because we are just 1 door unlock away from having 4 unlocked rooms and winning the game at the end of this turn. So we'll just unlock this Glassworks, our last remaining room to have unlocked fully, and then we'll just pass it up to start the next turn up with a win. Our opponent starts their turn off by activating their search for his Kanta land, desperately searching for an answer to the victory we're about to pull off, followed by 3 instances of tapping islands of theirs to draw cards from their Mu Yang Ling emblem, then attempts to cast a Brainstorm, which we will counter with No More Lies, to which they will counter with their counter spell. Well, congratulations. You now have 1 available mana to cast whatever you've brainstormed into. Beautiful. And following up that amazing move by upping Liliana to make us each discard a card. Well, I hope you enjoyed that land drop, because that's the last move you're gonna...
Okay, I have humored this for long.
Jeez, take a lady to dinner first, you know what I'm saying? No, in all seriousness, I'm quite bound and very uncomfortable.
I have laid here contained while you talk about nonsense, get baked, and rip your goddamn heart out of your chest like an asshole.
It was a bold surgical procedure.
You are not a
It was
surgeon.
a bold medical procedure.
Also not a doctor.
I'm autistic.
I'm proud of you.
I don't need your praise!
It's time for me to finish this up once and for all. Afraid I can't allow you to do that, sir.
Wow, thank you.
Al Sharpton? That's right, Peter. I was in the area committing vigilante justice and heard the cry of a marginalized person in need.
Because I'm autistic?
I'm proud of you.
Ah, thank you for the elementary school nostalgia. I really appreciate it.
Nostalgia is felt through positive memories, not memories of pity and being locked in the closet.
I feel so unseen. Please honor my courage.
No.
Anyway, doors won. We won the game with doors. We got the doors. We won! Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the new episode, and thank you so much even more for sticking around through all this. I know it's been crazy lately. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and more importantly, I hope you enjoyed the new episode Best of One format. Make sure you're following all my socials and interacting with the media I post. You know, the likes, comments, shares, get a billboard, you know, should tell your friend, tell another friend, send a message, send a letter to your grandmother. You never talk to her anymore. She misses you.